Do you feel like Jay-Z could do these things that he did? Or,
that's a loaded question. You know what I'm saying? Anybody, you know what I'm saying? I don't know him enough to do that. I just know the accusations are that's some tough shit. Those are bad accusations. Right. Drugging a 13-year-old. And the first thing that comes into mind is, okay, when I seen it, it's like, well, what is the 13-year-old doing at a place, and how did the 13-year-old even get in the vicinity of the after parties or Radio City, or the awards? How did that even happen when the 13-year-old even got there? All right. So it says that now see, when these things come on, the problem with these type of things is that the police end up investigating from what the civil suit is. This whole Diddy thing, the evidence was from Cassie's civil suit and Lil Rod's civil suit. And that's what opened it up for the feds to say, wait a minute. Because the civil suits were so large and they're looking at all this now you have a couple of other people who are stepping forward. Now, mind you, and people always got to remember the civil and criminal are different. But it seems that the feds really took to the civil and used the information of Homeland Security and used the information from these civil suits as evidence and as information to open up a wider investigation. And that's what they're going to do with this. And see, to me, you know, if somebody's saying this, if the woman who's now of age is going to go ahead and say this, usually from what we're seeing with Bill Cosby, from what we're seeing with R. Kelly, from what we're seeing with even in the Epstein cases where the girls came forth because they was young and now they're coming forth. Like, usually people take their story as truth, because if somebody's coming in from 13 and let's say, well, okay, she was 13 and what was that, 2020 they said, right? Yeah. So that means that she's how old now? Another 25 years, that means she's 38 years old. So 38 years old, a woman's coming in there pretty cognizant. She's pretty intelligent at this point, pretty mature. For her to go in there and just make up a story that happened, you know what I'm saying? That's going to be that's nasty work. That's diabolical to go, all right. So, but usually if you're going in there and you just explain to what happened, 9 times out of 10, they're going to take your side for it. Like, why would they doubt you? And that's what I'm seeing a pattern with this. So it's you know, everything counts on her. And one more thing. They said it was Jay and Diddy, but then they said it was the third celebrity.
Right.
Now, that means that Jane Doe is going to tell, and then what's going to happen is the feds or whoever it is are going to swoop in on that third celebrity, if allegedly, and that's going to be the key right there to open up something more broader, another superseding indictment for Diddy and an indictment for Jay, because that's what they're going to be focusing on, the third celebrity.
Because they said it was a woman. There was a female. The third person was a female, allegedly.
I mean, think about it. Let's play scenario. They swooping on this female. She's going to be scared like a mother. She's going to cooperate. She's going to tell them everything they need to know. And that's and it's going to be lights out. So that's the worst case scenario of how it could play out if it went down.
It was good, y'all. It's OB Media. Benzino goes crazy and he speak about the lawsuit with Jay-Z and Diddy, saying that they sexually assault a 13-year-old female at a VMA after party in the 2000s. That is just crazy. These two ninjas are criminals. We're among monsters. They got a lot of control in this industry, so they believe that they can just do anything. I believe that it's possible that they could have done that shit. They're both pedophiles. They like to sleep with underage girls. So I'm not gonna say that it's not possible. Jay-Z got a track record for doing this shit. And Diddy is a criminal. This ninja is a monster. But it is what it is, man. You need to watch a full video. Let's get it.
Of course the internet over the past couple of years have heard several stories about Jay and Diddy and so on and so forth. Back when you were doing The Source, had you heard any salacious stories about Diddy and Jay or them together or their gallivanting?
Listen, one thing about the industry that's all people talk about when you're in the studio. The industry is the only thing that's 24 hours a day. You hear shit all day, all night. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that type of shit, I don't really put my ears to, I don't really know, because it's like, I know lying on me. You know what I'm saying, too, at the end of the day.
Right.
But again, when it hits these courts and lawyers, I solemnly swear, got to go up. That right hand got to go up at some point. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's a different type of story. That everything changes then from, okay, if you heard something. You know what I'm saying? I've heard a lot. You know what I'm saying? I've heard a lot like everybody else has.
So, one of your, Source magazines, you've reported on Jay-Z having a mystery child back in the
No, that was Hip Hop Weekly.
Okay.
That was Hip Hop Weekly when me and Dave did Hip Hop Weekly.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh shit. Okay. That's what's up.
Did
Hip Hop Weekly. Okay. Y'all doing your homework. When we first did Hip Hop Weekly, one of the people that was working up there had got a tip from, this girl that said she had Jay's baby who was in Trinidad.
Is she anonymous?
You know what I'm saying? Nah, she wasn't anonymous. They sent the picture and everything. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't like anonymous, you know what I mean? And then we had covered the story. This is when we went from Source magazine, because Source wasn't doing stuff like that. Hip Hop Weekly was kind of like a hip hop fanzine type of thing where we could do stuff like that. And, they had, I forgot who it was up at the magazine, but we covered the story. She had gave him an interview, said that was the child. It had later been reported that supposedly allegedly Jay paid her off. So this was in Hip Hop Weekly a while ago. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? She was a beautiful woman. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I forgot her name. But she was actually in a music. She was in one of my music videos.
She was in one of your music videos. She
was in one of my music. Her and her sister. Yep, she sure was. Not was that before? That was way before Hip Hop Weekly. So that had to be like in 2000. Wow. She was in Bang to This. Yep, but 2001, I think, is when that album came out. She was in Bang to This, and I had shot the video at my crib.
Right. That's crazy.
And she was in the video,
you know where she's at now?
You know what? I don't know. I you know what I'm saying? I remember. I don't know. I don't know where she's at now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Did you ever see the child?
No, but we just seen the pictures. You know what I'm saying?
Did the pictures and the story, did it seem like it could be?
In the picture that we got, you know what I'm saying? You could see, looks like
a resemblance.
Resemblance. But there's a guy that rapping that is over in Houston with a shag that looks like Jay. Right?
That's fact.
You know what I'm talking about, right? The rapper.
Yeah, I know exactly.
That's some crazy. That nigga look like Shaq.
Right.
That's a funny right there.
You have like a responsibility when you were doing that, like, cause we're Real Life Street Stars, we report on a lot of things, and how did you feel about reporting about something like that when Jay-Z did?
I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I had owned the magazine. I wasn't the one that got the story. I owned it. At the end of the day, it's my magazine, so I take responsibility, but I necessarily wasn't the one, out looking for the stories. That wasn't my job. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we all had, the Source magazine wasn't that type of magazine where we would go out and find salacious stories and everything. But hip hop, once we lost the Source, I came up with another idea, and I figured, there wasn't like a National Enquirer type of hip hop magazine. And I didn't want it to be crazy, like just going out there, crazy gossip. I remember we gave Wendy Williams, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Wendy Williams. We gave her a column. She had a gossip column in there. Like Hip Hop Weekly was that type of magazine. And that was a big story for us. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Jay's a superstar. And we're a magazine. And the same thing as people in these blogs and everything, this is the game. You know what I'm saying? There's no personal or no disrespect, but I've been a victim of it. You know what I'm saying? As well, so it's It's what you sign up for. And of course, he got to know that. And listen, when it comes to guys, and as big as Jay is and women, oh, that's going to come. You know, you got to know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, a lot of these women, they're not doing so well out here. You know, if 9 times out of 10, if it was a woman that was running around and just trying to be at shows and trying to be at hotels and getting smashed, 9 times out of 10, it's not like she probably went on to be she has 3 master's degrees right now. You know, these chicks, you know, some of these girls are doing bad and they need money, and this is their way to come back and get money. So you just got to be careful. And if anything that all this is going on should be examples to the younger guys coming up, you know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to these females, because when you look at everybody's downfall, right, there's one common thing, a female.
From the beginning of time, the Bible.
No, we know that. We know that. But right now, more so than ever, first of all, they're allowing women more than ever to be sexual. They're allowing sexual images out there more than ever. And so now they're baiting us. And once we take the bait, then they're going to use it against us to lock us up. So if they've created another system to get us, just like child support, just like drugs, all these systems are created to get. This is a new system now. We're going to be able to use women against y'all to lock y'all's asses up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you're saying like this idea that now we live in a generation where it's promoted and rewarded and encouraged to be half naked on the internet, be sexually explicit, you know, put your coochie lips online for $1,000, whatever. But then when a man bites and it's like, well, you doing all of this, he's out of line. He's wrong.
Set up for this. It's set up. It's our biggest. I mean, it's a known fact that they said men think about sex every 30 seconds. They know what our distraction. They know how to bait us. They know this is our biggest bait right now, and they're using it full force. And the women are using it too. Now, what will end up happening? Because the mind can only, like, after a while, people don't understand the mind's like a computer. People end up going to get tired of this shit. It's only going to be so much ass that women are going to be able to show, where eventually, maybe another 5-10 years, be like, that's not even doing it no more. And it's so much of it now. Like before, there was a certain type of woman that could go on there and do that. Now everyone's comfortable, big women, little women, just showing their ass, showing everything. What they don't understand is it's devaluing it. It's devaluing it. So now everybody's out there. So now it's like, okay, when that's gone, because a lot of women start out cute little skirt. I would never show no cheeks. Next thing you know, she's showing a little more. Next thing you know, she's on a thong. Like you could see the gradual of how they're doing it. And trust me, what they don't understand is eventually they're going to burn out. And then after that, what else do you have to offer? Because we done seen your ass 70 million times. So what else? We're tired of that now. It might not be now. You're going to have a run. You know what I'm saying? But after some years, you're going to get tired of that for real, because it's too much. It's oversaturated with ass on the internet now.
It's true. I want to stay on the topic of Jay. When the lawsuit dropped against him, he immediately got with his lawyer. He made a public statement.
He's smart.
Do you think that was smart? Who really didn't move quite like that?
Let me think. Well, that's a good point. I didn't think of that. I mean, Diddy should have hopped right on that. Diddy was slow rolling. I don't see how, I don't know, man. If he didn't think it was coming, because it's. But like I said, Jay kind of probably felt that. What's even more amazing is how public love for him and Beyonce is swaying now because of this shit. Like, it's just crazy how to watch our own just turn on you. It's like, why would you even be famous now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like social media, that's why social media music up, because music were the ones who were talented. The ones who used to, back in the day, they were talented and they're the ones who deserved it. Yeah. Now anybody can say something it all up. Like you can't put the talented with the untalented, and that's what happened. And now it's all chaotic. And you know what I'm saying? Trust me when I tell you, it's only going to get worse. This is just the tip of the iceberg. It's getting ready to, like, the glacier's getting ready to break all the way off.
Do you feel like it was smart for him to accompany his wife and his daughter to the Lion King premiere 2 days after?
That was a big thing for, I mean, come on, that was huge for them. That was huge. I mean, shit. I mean, it was, and it makes you think, damn, boy, the timing's right? It just makes you look at like this is just one big coordinated effort. Like even the chick, what's her name? Sloan Bella is predicting shit. Like to me, she's fed.
Right.
To me, Sloan Bella is the police. Just getting everybody ready. Like they're not like, people think like the enemy's using the internet, against us. And it's just wild to watch everybody just fall into everything they want. Everything that they want happens. And, Jay was smart. I mean, of course he was supposed to go out with his family. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But, one thing about Jay, he gonna wear that poker face. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's horrible accusations. It's too many of our great young black men going down. I don't want to see them go down. I hope and pray this shit doesn't go the way that it went for it seems like it's going for everybody else.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's up.
What would you tell Jay-Z right now if you could talk to him and you were sitting next to him? What would you tell him?
I would tell him leave Busby alone. I would say stop making it personal with Busby. Stop saying Busby blackmailed. Just leave that. Don't get into that, because what happens is, again, that internet shit. Get mad because they feel like they're embarrassed. That makes them go hard. Like, to me, leave him alone. Whatever you got on him or whatever it is, don't even say, just leave, don't even mention him. Right. I wouldn't mention Busby.
There's a lot of people that have their opinions about Jay-Z and all stuff like that. When Kanye West says, hey, don't send your hitters to me, you think there's any truth to that?
I mean, shit. Listen, one thing about having money, you're going to have hitters.
Right.
Right, you better. Shit, you know what I'm saying? It goes hand in hand. Money, you better have some hitters. So Kanye knew something.
Is there anything that you know that the world doesn't when it comes to Jay and his attitude, his behaviors, how he's moving?
I'm gonna be honest. I just as much as y'all see, and me being a fan, it isn't necessarily, no, man. I just know that these accusations. One thing this is what I can say, right? I bring it to I'm gonna go off topic a little bit, but this is what Zeno's about. Like, the technology of streaming, right, is robbing. I mean, more so than ever. The money that these are making, you wouldn't believe, like, how the artists are getting robbed. All right. That started with the guy, I forgot his name, that invented Napster, that technology. You remember Napster?
Yeah, I remember that.
All right. And then that morphed into what's going on now with streaming. Jay-Z with Tidal and Steve Stout with United Masters and a few others, they were in the meetings when all this, when this was first starting out, when they was coming up with everything, with the idea of this is going to be the new way to get money. It's not going to be buying physical CDs or physical music anymore. This is going to be the new way. And we're going to be able to get more of a percentage because they're really not going to understand it. It's understand a CD because themselves can sell CDs out of day. So people understand the concept of selling a CD.
Right. They
don't know the technology of streaming, what they're supposed to get. We just know that you can have 1 million streams and get $10. You know what I'm saying? Like $100. Like, we know, and it's like, who do you argue?
Right.
Do you go to Congress? Like, who is arguing for the artist? We know it's ripped off. I think Spotify made $1.5 billion that they said they made just last year in 1 year. $1.5 billion. Why mother have to, so to me, Jay and Steve and guys like that, they were privy to those meetings. And it's like damn, your peers are going through it. You know what I'm saying? Why not make it better with them? Like, why you, and this is what happens when you be with them people and you go against your people, or you're part of the robbery of your people, well, then karma comes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, this interview is interesting, man. Benzino goes on Jay-Z, and he's talking about the lawsuit about Jay-Z and Diddy sexually assaulting a 13-year-old female at a VMA after party in the 2000s. Remember, Diddy is known for being a freak, and Jay-Z is known for working for all of the white billionaires and working in a pedophile ring. So a lot of people are saying that Jay-Z was going into Foxy Box. He was doing all type of weird shit all of these years, and we need to hold this ninja accountable. I don't know if Jay-Z did that or not, but Jay-Z is known for being with underage girls. He did the same shit with Aaliyah, he did the same shit with Beyonce, but both of these ninjas are monsters. They've been doing crimes in this industry for so long, and Diddy is the older one that go to jail. He had to be the fall guy. So a lot of people are saying that Jay-Z is gonna be next, and Jay-Z is snitching on Diddy. I don't see Diddy getting out, man. Shit is getting crazy. But the Jigga Man, he's trying so hard to control the narrative. Why would you write a letter to tell the whole world that you and Sean Combs are not friends? Man, Jay-Z is so disloyal. This ninja betrayed all of his friends when he wanted to get all of the center of attention. This ninja is a real sucker. So everyone that is coming out about Jay-Z, Jagger Wright, Kanye West, Nicki Minaj, and Kanye is saying, don't send the hitters after me. So Jay-Z got hitters every single where in this world that will do shit for him. But Jay-Z been doing crimes for so long and don't want to do the DNA test for his son Rymer because that ninja look just like Jay-Z. Why not do the DNA test? Just because you know that his mom was underage and you don't want that type of shit on your name. So Jay-Z is trying to protect his public image. He don't want to have a certain type of reputation, but everyone know that Jay-Z like girls young. This is what these celebrities do. They get freaky in Hollywood. They do all type of crazy shit when they're on drugs and they're so power trippy. They believe that they can just do anything and get away with it. But the Jigga Man, his time is coming. He's trying to get all of the control in the industry, and now you're getting old. You need to leave this shit alone. Give the young generation a chance. That's why Diddy is in jail. He needs to retire from this shit. You think that you're so powerful, you can just do people wrong and people will just turn a blind eye and just sweep it under the rug. A lot of people been protecting Sean Combs and Sean Carter for so long. So a lot of people are saying that Jay-Z is never going to go to jail because he's working for the government. He's a snitch. He's going to do what they tell him to do. So that's why Jay-Z is coming out with all of these narratives and telling people what to do, because he wants to control the black community because he's so influential. But this sucker, the jig is up right now. But it is what it is, man. It's OB Media. Have a blessed day.
Poor Jay-Z is heartbroken that he was accused of being a 13-year-old girl, which was a completely separate allegation than what was mentioned in the Epstein files. An unknown man abducted blank from her home when she later awoke in the presence of Harvey Weinstein and Jay-Z. The rest is disturbing. I'm not going to read it out loud, but she says she was abducted on 7 occasions. She also recalled Leon Black and William Barr being present at the occasions of her abuse. Leon Black was the co-founder of Apollo Global Management, which controls a crap ton of assets in the U.S. Look up all of the brands that they control. William Barr is a former U.S. Attorney General who also worked for the CIA for 6 years between 1971 and 1977. He had many positions within the government, including the Department of Justice and the Office of Legal Counsel and the U.S. Court of Appeals. So back to Jay-Z, who had allegations against him during the P. Diddy ring crap and now during the Epstein ring crap. And you're telling me that he just had no idea that his best friend was the head of a freaking elite pedophile ring? I posted this back in 2024. Look, they're buddy-buddy, bro. Buddy-buddy.
But Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters.
There is a certain point that you reach when you acquire enough power and enough money and enough influence that you are untouchable, because the media will have your back, the government will have your back, because they're all involved in doing the same thing. That's why when people like Epstein, who know the truth, are taken into custody, they end up unaliving themselves or dying in some way because they are silenced by all those involved. How many elite pedophile rings have to be exposed in order for the public to realize that it's all of the same people involved, and those people are running our country, and better yet, the world, and that's why they keep getting away with it. And people wonder why nobody from the Epstein files has been taken into custody or arrested yet, and it's because they aren't going to arrest themselves. They're not going to investigate themselves. They are cannibalistic pedophiles, and we expect them to hold themselves accountable. They know that the only way that anything's going to happen is if the public does anything about it. And so far, we have just sat back and watched it happen. Personally, I don't know the exact steps to take in order to make a drastic change within the world, but I do know that the first step is spreading awareness so that the majority of us are all on the same page so that we can actually make a change. And that's why I'm coming out with a clothing line that has the truth written all over it, so you don't even have to bring it up, you just gotta wear it out.